Hey guys, Supersonic123 aka John here, welcome to episode 31 of the Everton Career Mode. To start this episode off, we have reached the January transfer and are going to make a £1.5 million bid for Josh Cracknell, an English left-back playing in the Serie A. Who do you think he is? Yes, it's Ashley Cole's regen. Then we make a straight up £1 million bid for this guy, Daniele Vastola, an Italian centre mid playing in the CMLS, so that's Andrea Pirlo's regen. Looking to bring these guys in, of course. I love buying regens on this game, I don't know, it's just a wonderful experience. They was going to be so overpowered, some of them. Anyway, we will come into this FA Cup game with Barry here at Goodison Park. We're playing our second team against the League 2 side, if that's correct. I'm not sure what League Barry are in, I'm pretty sure they're League 2. Either way, we're not really bothered about the FA Cup too much. Of course, we did win it last season, which was nice in that FA Cup encounter with Chelsea. But taking them on here at Goodison Park, taking Barry on here at Goodison Park, we did put our second team as Dragowski here denying Hope, the Barry man. Then we get a free kick swung in by Hesse, punched away by Sanef, the Barry goalkeeper. Our Lennon is tackled, but then the ball finds its way to the feet of the Spaniard Juan Bernat, and the former Bayern Munich man forces a fantastic save at Sanef to keep it at 0-0. The number 13, with a good effort considering he was on his way to the ground, and but Sanef was equal to it. So it would be Everton 0, Barry 0 at half time, and I thought we had been better in the first half just about, although Barry did push us quite far. Aaron going on a surging run here. Slots the ball through to our youth scouted player Dylan Burge, and Dylan Burge gets his second goal in 2 starts for Everton. He started the Merseyside derby because of fitness problems with Ross Barkley, and he just made the perfect impression in that game, obviously scoring the opening goal and 2-1 win for us at Anfield. And now for his second appearance in Everton shirt, he makes it Everton 1, Barry 0 in the FA Cup third round. And I'm just so excited about this guy, Dylan Burge. He's just the perfect, just burst onto the scene, the young English Cam. And a fantastic left-footed finish past Sanef into the top corner of the net, finds it easily inside the Barry defence. But I'm just waiting in anticipation of what this guy will bring to the table for us. Because he's looking fantastic so far, even only about 62 rated or something like that. So we would try and extend our lead here with Hesse bursting down the left wing. Cuts inside into his right foot, keeps going, past all the defenders, and Hesse with the right-footed finish right into the corner to make it Everton 2, Barry 0, and Hesse would get a goal. Of course, Hesse becoming somewhat of a forgotten man with Carrillo and Morales and De La Feo all taking up the wing spot. We gave Hesse the nod in this game. He duly delivered with the second goal of the game. Obviously just waving his wand, working his way majestically inside the defence, and Sanaf was well beaten for that one. It was right in the corner again, just like Dylan Burge's goal, but this time right-footed finish into the far corner rather than a left-footed shot into the far corner, and would be Everton 2, Barry 0. And that would be Hesse's first goal in the season, obviously being the first game, and I'm not sure that's Hesse's first goal this season. I think he might have scored in a Champions League game, if I'm correct, or something like that. I don't know. I just know that Hesse has been less than stellar for us for the most part. But either way, Barry would get themselves back into the game. Obviously, their striker was played through, and one of them was Bart Dragowski. Dragowski makes a good save to pat it down, but the ball did make his way past him, and with no defenders able to clear it off the line, he would make it Everton 2, Barry 1, as Barry getting a goal back. Still unlikely that they're going to get anything from this game at this stage, but I think Dragowski did fairly well there. He got unlucky, hit off his side or the underside of his arm, just bounced, trickled into the back of the net. But either way, we'll finish Everton 2, Barry 1. Now we see ourselves player training here for our goalkeeper Michael Johnson, as well as Danny Cole and Matt Parrott. The main reason I want to train Matt Parrott is because he's a 47 rated, so we want to bump up that. So Daniele Vastola, not his transfer accepted. Chicago Fire want 1.6 million for him, so we would bid that because we got a fair bit of money on our side. So why not? Either way, we would return to the Premier League and first team action, going on to the King Power Stadium to take off the real life Premier League champions, of course, Leicester City, and we'll head away to the King Power Stadium in the East Midlands snow. East Midlands, I'm fairly sure Leicester is honestly not. Either way, Romelu Lukaku would get the first attack underway, sliding the ball through for Gerard Deulofeu, and after just 6 minutes, Gerard Deulofeu would make it Leicester 0, Everton 1, sliding the ball underneath the body of the Leicester keeper, Groa. I'm not sure I pronounce that name, it's Grohe. But Gerard Deulofeu would get the goal to give us the lead here at the King Power Stadium. It was a fantastic, perfectly slotted ball by Romelu Lukaku, and as you see, it just slides underneath Groa's body. The left foot finesse shot. I think it might have taken a deflection off of Yohan Ben Luan there, and it just kind of wrong-footed Groa as it pops up off his leg into the back of the net. But either way, well, that would make it Everton 1, Leicester 0. Leicester 0, Everton 1, whatever. So, here, attempt to double our lead here. Ross Barkley would spread the ball down the wing for Andre Carrillo. Cuts inside with a fake shot, finds his way past Ben Luan, and finesse shots it, and it hits the post, and it's cleared by our former Everton man, Brian Oviedo. Leicester 0, Everton 1, it would be at half-time after we just dominated. Leicester didn't really have any chances, as you saw there. But Leicester would get the first chance of the second half, as Shinji Okazaki forcing a fantastic save out of Tim Howard. And then from the resulting corner, Riyad Mahrez, the PFA Player of the Year, would swing the ball. It goes out of the box and finds Andrej Kramaric, who in real life has just gone to Hoffenheim. Comes to Robert Huth. Robert Huth plays it back to Yohan Ben Luan, and the man who was more or less at fault for the Everton goal makes equaliser for Leicester to make it Leicester 1, Everton 1, and Tim Howard doesn't really cover himself in glory here, does he? It does take a deflection. It does take a deflection off the skipper Phil Jagielka, but still, I think kind of does wrong for Tim Howard. Yeah, actually, it doesn't look good. It just takes all the spin, just makes it spin past the body of Tim Howard. I'm not sure that's really his fault, come to think of it, but a lucky strike from Yohan Ben Luan, his first in the Premier League this season, ensures that it would finish Leicester 1, Everton 1 at full time. So, Man United came back to us regarding our counter offer, saying they would match the 20 million offer for Romelu Lukaku. Obviously, we don't want to sell him, but he does want to leave. So, Josh Cracknell we would offer a contract to after our £1.5 million bid was accepted. And then Spurs put in another bid for Romelu Lukaku, and we gave him the same £20 asking price, as of course he does want to leave the club currently. But our transfer offer, our £1.6 million bid for Daniel Bastola, Andrea Pirlo's regen, was accepted, and we would offer him a contract. I don't normally tend to specify a squad role on the first report. But then we're looking for a good rotational centre midfielder, or possibly a first-team centre midfielder, to take the place of Mohamed Besic. This guy would overtake him. We would make a bid of 10 million plus Gareth Barry for Daniele Bastelli. And I'm really excited about the potential of bringing this guy in. He's 80 overall. I believe he was 24 years old in this save, obviously. And he goes for about an 86. I think his stats are around 78. But I think he would add a lot to this midfield. Obviously, with James McCarthy currently out injured, he could take the place of Mohamed Besic in the starting lineup. But either way, so it would be 2 overalls higher than the Bosnian. And as I said, of course, I would love to bring him to Goodison Park. Hopefully, swaps Turin for Merseyside. But regardless, we would take on Swansea here. Third and final game of today's episode. As you see, Alexandra Pacho on the bench for Swansea, the number 35, but I wonder if you spotted that one. Either way, we will get the game underway here. Gerard Deulofeu playing it into Ross Barkley, and Ross Barkley with a fantastic shot and a fantastic close-range save by Lucas Fabianski. Lucas Fabianski would keep it at 0-0. Anyway, Andre Carrillo here going down the wing. Assesses his options, goes past all the defenders, and finds the net. Andre Carrillo makes it Everton 1, Swansea 0. Fantastic solo goal from Andre Carrillo, and the Portuguese wide man makes it Everton 1, Swansea 0. Fantastic run here from the former Sporting Lisbon man, the man who has gotten a pre-contract the same way Benfica did in real life, and having swapped Lisbon for Merseyside, the Portuguese slotted calmly past Lucas Fabianski there to make it Everton 1, Swansea 0. And no chance for Fabianski there, although it wasn't quite in the corner, so I think he might have done better there, come to think of it. By the way, that's Carrillo's second goal in the Premier League so far this season. And we would come again here with Andre Carrillo sliding the ball in towards Ross Barkley. No, he didn't slide the ball towards Ross Barkley. He had a shot and it was saved by Lucas Fabianski. Apologies for that. The right foot effort saved down low by the Polish goalkeeper. And Swansea would try and get themselves back into the game in the second half. The Icelandic playmaker Gylfi Sigurdsson with the swivel shot saved by Tim Howard, and then Alexander Pato off the bench for Swansea would make his way past the Everton defence, and his shot would be saved again by Tim Howard. Obviously, an indispensable player for us in this team. But Andre Ayew would slide the ball down towards Alexander Pato, who was proving himself to be a real handful, and Phil Jagielka would foul him to give Swansea a free kick here in a very dangerous position. And again, the Icelandic playmaker Gylfi Sigurdsson would take it, and the Swansea man would swing it into the box, and the header from Alexander Pato would find the back of the net to make it Everton 1, Swansea 1. So disappointing there for Alexander Pato. I never thought I'd saw Alexander Pato playing in a Swansea jersey. That's one of the weirdest transfers I've ever seen in career mode. Just a question for you guys, leave it in the comments below. What's the weirdest transfer you guys have seen? I think that's among them, Alexander Pato to Swansea. But it would finish 1-1 between the two sides, so unfortunate to drop points. Of course, we did get a bid here for Ross Barkley, but we're not going to let him leave, being one of our wonder kids. But because we didn't specify squad role for Josh Cracknell and Ashley Cole's regen, or Cashley, we would give him an offer, and we would give him squad rotation player, because at 70 overall, that's what he's going to be. By the way, we had some player training here for Johnson, Cole, and Powerton. Of course, Matt Parrott, you see, going up to a 48 overall. I'm not sure if we're going to use him, but if we train him and he increases a couple of ratings, then you never know. John Stones, an offer coming in from AC Milan. We're not going to let him leave. We're determined to keep all our best players, but because Romelu Lukaku had been sold to Manchester United, and it was Manchester United in the end for £20 million, we will go in for this guy, Paco Alcacer, and we will bid £25 million for him. And Torino rejected our bid for Daniele Baselli. They wanted something like £20 million plus Barry, but we offered 15 and see what Torino would say for that one for the 24-year-old. Luke Garber is going to go on loan for Stoke for 6 months, a short-term loan to the end of the season, because he did request a loan. Josh Cracknell joining us in Ashley Cole's regen, accepting his contract, and Danielle Vastola with the same problem. We have to give him a squad role, and as you see, we do here. And Paco Valencia rejected the bid for Paco Alcacer. They said they wanted $44.5 million. We say, no way, mate. We're not going to give you that. We're going to give you $30 million. Hoping that they accept that one. And then our transfer bid was accepted for Gianni Bastelli, so he's going to we're going to negotiate a contract with him to bring him to Goodison Park. So in the next episode, we play West Brom away at the Hawthorns, Colchester at home in the next round of the FA Cup, and Stoke away. And actually, the Premier League table here, we sit in 6th place this year, but only a few points off the top 4. So I'll see you guys for the next episode, and goodbye.